To start off this post-Monster Madness marathon, I thought it was fitting that I do a ranking video of all the Halloween films. Since the new one just came out, as well as people still recovering from the fact that spooky season is unfortunately over, might as well talk about the franchise that encapsulates the best time of the year. I trudged through major crap for you guys, so fucking appreciate it. However, I didn't bother with the zombie films because I simply don't care enough. With this, let's rank the Halloween franchise. Number 11, Halloween, The Curse of Michael Myers. At the very bottom of my list is, maybe unsurprisingly to most people, is what many consider the worst of the franchise. Now, I cannot comment on the theatrical cut because I haven't watched it. This is purely about the producer's cut. But yeah, it's fucking bad. The overall tone is fine, Loomis is good, the callbacks and score are aight, and the editing flows better than in Halloween 5, but we'll get to that soon enough. Outside of that, it is trash. The three biggest reasons are incest rape, explaining Michael's evil, and Michael being stopped by fucking rocks. Those are the pinnacle of stupidity when it comes to this movie, but that's not all. Despite Michael not showing any signs of repressed sexual aggression at any point in this franchise, it is a major plot point that Michael not only raped somebody, but it was his own fucking niece, who was 15, by the way. Look, I know I'm gonna have some Halloween 6 defenders in the comments saying, "Oh, he's a serial killer, why does raping someone matter?" Gee, I don't know, maybe because it's entirely out of character and it makes no fucking sense to the overall narrative whatsoever. The reason that this entire event happens is so that Jamie can give birth to a baby, that is part of Michael's bloodline, despite the fact that the whole plan from the Thorn cult is to have Michael destroy his fucking bloodline. Why do the extra work? They said that they have to spill innocent blood for Michael to end the curse. Then why the fuck not use Jamie? She was 9 in 1989, why not kidnap her? Have Michael kill her, and wham bam thank you ma'am, this curse to be over. If they were waiting for Danny, okay fine, wait those few years and you can still kill Jamie. I assume innocent means untouched, which again you fuck up by having Michael rape her, so she's good to go to be a sacrifice. There's this whole convoluted bullshit with the Cult of Thorn and this fucking curse when they could have just fucking simplified it. Or just not have it at all, which would have been better, most definitely. When it comes to the other flaw, others have said it before me, but having Michael be the pawn of a cult was just fucking stupid. It takes away all the mystery, all the intrigue of what he does. Why is there this need to explain it? You don't need to, he's scarier that way. To 99% of the fans of the franchise, the first one is the best and the scariest because Michael has no motive to kill, no reason, no humanity. That is what makes him scary. But nope, this whole time, nah, he's just some indestructible motherfucker that some old guy sends to do his dirty work. How is that scary? Please, I'm begging someone to answer this because I cannot wrap my head around it. I'm not being sarcastic either. Please, I just want a clear-cut answer. Then, finally, with the last major flaw is that this same instrument of death is stopped by rocks. Like, what? That's it? Bullets? Nope. Dynamite? Nuh-uh. Exploding and setting him on fucking fire. No way. But rocks on the floor. Yep, that'll do it. Then Dr. Wynn having Loomis as his successor makes no sense, because Loomis is old and Donald Pleasence was on his deathbed, so why have him be the successor? Why not like pick Tommy or something? That would make sense. Then you have all the Strodes, which are all unlikable douche nozzles or one note, with maybe the exception of Kara, and overall it's just boring and not scary. If you like it, fine, I get it with the autumnal essence and the overall tone, but the specific story beats are just fucking bad and beyond stupid. Number 10, Halloween 5, The Revenge of Michael Myers. Another shitload of fuck. It's just, again, What hasn't been said about this movie already? I know there are, for some reason, people that like this movie. Again, similar to Curse, and fine, whatever. But I'm with the majority of the audience that think this movie is bad. Ignoring the fact that Mustafa Akkad completely and utterly butt-fucked the great ending of 4 by not following Jamie being a killer or dealing with her inner demons, this movie was just a chore to sit through. I was honestly on my phone half the time because it was so boring. While Danielle Harris and Donald Pleasence are trying their best, they are given horrible writing to work with. Jamie now, for some reason, has a psychic connection with Michael, which was probably left over from the original opening with Dr. Death, along with the Thorn tattoo, and is also mute, which eventually goes away by the third act anyway, so what the fuck was the point? Loomis is now a raging fucking lunatic hanging around Haddonfield to try and force Jamie to help him kill Michael. Look, buddy, she's already dealing with one psychopath. She doesn't fucking need to deal with another. Then there's Tina, who's an annoying cunt. Yeah, she has a nice scene with Jamie and dies for her, but it comes way too late in the story, and she's insufferable for the rest of it, along with her dipshit friends. Then some other flaws are Rachel getting killed for absolutely no fucking reason. The movie makes no fucking sense. It's horribly edited, horribly paced, and horribly scored. Seriously, Alan, what the fuck is this trash? You're better than this. Michael Myers looks like Con Air Nick Cage for some reason, and it sets up so much shit despite the fact that the writers/director had no intention of paying it off in the next movie since they weren't coming back. Just damn, this movie sucks. One of the worst of the franchise. Moving the fuck on. Number 9. Halloween Resurrection. Honestly, the most I can say about this movie is that it's just dull. It's just kind of there. It's not as insulting as the previous 2 entries on this list, but it's not good either. The only majorly insulting thing is the fact that Michael lived and Laurie dies unceremoniously. But it's not like its existence pisses me off, because there's barely anything to be pissed off at. All the characters are bland and forgettable. Sarah Moyer is pretty much the lamest final girl we've ever gotten in this series. The story is almost non-existent. There's no tension or atmosphere whatsoever, and it's got some dumb jump scares for good measure. Busta Rhymes is one of the few good parts of the movie and is hilarious in all the wrong ways. It's amazing that Katie Sackhoff had a career after this movie because she was terrible in this. Now we know in hindsight that it was due to shit direction, but goddamn. A special thanks to Battlestar Galactica, I guess. The found footage aspect was inserted because this was made a couple years after Blair Witch Project, so of course they just had to capitalize on that shitfest, as well as taking the wrong lesson away from Larry Brand's original script, which was more psychological, as I stated in my History of Canceled Halloween Sequels Part 2 video. Some of the lighting was pretty good, and the house was kinda creepy at points, but everything else about it was just dull and not memorable like a mediocre Friday the 13th entry. Which is honestly most of them. It was one of the last gasps of a dying genre where the final nail would be hammered in with Freddy vs. Jason. Not saying that movie is bad, but after Resurrection and Freddy vs. Jason, the slasher genre was pretty much dead in favor of zombie movies, torture porn, and more found footage. So with that, it's bad, dumb, and boring. But not nearly as bad as the latter 2 installments of the Thorn trilogy, though. Number 8. Halloween H2O 20 years later. Possibly a surprise since this is towards the very bottom of the list, but I really did not care for this one. Imagine if the CW made a Halloween movie. That's pretty much this movie. It doesn't help that everyone says this is one of the best entries and the headcanon ending to many people. Okay, fine, I can see that, but that's pretty much one of the very few reasons why anyone likes this movie. That, the fact it's better than 5 and 6, which is not saying much, and Jamie Lee Curtis as Laurie, or Carrie now, confronts and kills her demons. But that's kinda it. Anything outside of that is mediocre drivel. Josh Hartnett is a good actor, but he's just kind of there half the time. Just a boring, generic teenager. As well as his girlfriend, who is another good actor with Michelle Williams, also being a generic teenager, as well as his friends. They exist to die or just kinda there. Which is fine, because this is Laurie's movie. Yet the fucking movie keeps going back to them for some reason, when I just wanted to see more of Laurie. It's a bad sign when LL Cool J is more interesting than all the teenager characters in this fucking movie. Fuck, I just wanted to see more of him half the time in his quest to write his romance novel. Michael here isn't scary at all, just for Laurie to get out all of her aggression on, which is fine, I guess. But when he's built up to be the ultimate evil and be the cause of Laurie having this horrible and debilitating PTSD, it's ungodly stupid when she kicks him in the nuggets and he goes cross-eyed like it's a fucking Three Stooges skit. Yeesh, and they say Corey beating him up in the sewer is bad. And don't worry, we'll get to that soon enough. But yeah, I think the overhype might have killed it for me personally when it's nothing special. If you want this movie to simply exist as the Halloween movie that killed Michael Myers properly, that's cool with me. But don't act like the rest of the movie is high art when it really isn't. Outside of Jamie Lee, of course. Number 7. Halloween 2. Another fan favorite towards the bottom. Sorry Not Sorry. Honestly, this only gets some more points over H2O is because it had John Carpenter, Deborah Hill, and Dean Cundey's involvement. The reason this is towards the bottom is because it was pretty much just like the other generic slashers that came out of Halloween's success. While the hospital setting was cool, and the cinematography was amazing, there isn't a whole lot to this movie. It just has Michael killing people again, but without the suspense, tension, and atmosphere of the original, as well as it being gorier and more violent. I don't mind major gore and violence, but here it felt off, like it didn't belong in the movie. Plus, Irwin Yablans, who also produced this movie as well as 1 and 3, pushed to have no blood in this movie, so I don't know why he would let it slide for the sequel. Maybe he saw Friday the 13th making boatloads of money with more gore, I don't know. Then you have the infamous sibling twist, which didn't get really pushed until Halloween 4, but here it was still stupid because it gave Michael a human motivation and made him not scary. And Laurie is pretty much drugged for the majority of the movie and is almost a non-character. But Loomis is great still because Donald Pleasence will always be great, and Brackett has one really good scene with seeing Annie's body. But outside of that, just a run-of-the-mill slasher with less passion and heart than its amazing predecessor.
Halloween 2. More of the night he came home.
Number 6. Halloween Kills. This is definitely gonna fucking piss people off, but I've probably been doing that since the H2O entry. But I remember enjoying this one a lot. Yes, there are a lot of dumb characters and decisions. Yes, 40 years later and Evil Dies Tonight are repetitive as fuck. Yes, the social commentary is botched and ham-fisted. And yes, the Benny Hill chase scene with the not Michael Myers was absolutely fucking stupid. But outside of that, I thought it was a good movie. Nothing amazing or brilliant or anything, but good. I thought the flashbacks to 1978 were easily the best part of the movie. I loved seeing Loomis again, and the makeup was fucking great. Glad they didn't do some Uncanny Valley CGI bullshit with him. However, the retcon that Michael was always this violent was kinda off. The kills are great, the characters were genuinely great and likable, with maybe the exception of Tommy, and I did like some development for Laurie, even if, similar to my last entry, she was barely in the movie. But I also really liked the development for Hawkins. I loved his character so much and easily was my favorite out of the new trilogy. While this is pretty much the new version of Halloween 2, with it being a generic slasher with gorier kills, Laurie not being in the movie a lot, and it taking place at the hospital, I feel like this one had a little more oomph to it. Like it had a little bit extra flavor than Halloween 2. Maybe it kind of just realizes what it is and goes with it, while Halloween 2 I think was trying to be better. But here's the thing, I'm sure if I go back and rewatch Halloween 2, I'd probably like it more, but for the time being, I favor Kills. Number 5. Halloween Ends. Man, I just keep pissing people off with this one, don't I? Well, this is the newest entry in the Halloween franchise and one of the most divisive. I would argue, the most divisive of the franchise. There are some that think it's unparalleled genius, and some that think it's absolutely fucking terrible that pisses on the Michael Myers mythos. While I understand where the latter are coming from, I do genuinely like this movie and what it did. For the most part. I didn't mind Corey and his character because he was mainly the epicenter of trauma for the people of Haddonfield. The idea that anyone can become a killer, even someone that is trying so hard not to become the monster everyone sees him as. I like the idea that Haddonfield is deeply affected by what happened 4 years ago. They are disillusioned and broken and angry and need someone to blame, which is some pretty obvious commentary. I like that we see Haddonfield, though, as the victim for once, and it's not just yet another final girl screaming for her life. I like how Allison is pulled in all sorts of directions. She feels what everyone else is feeling with being angry and broken, and is sort of lost. Then, she's also trying to be strong for Laurie, while also trying to be strong to just try and survive the trauma. I don't mind that Michael is barely in the movie, but I feel there was some confusion on what they wanted to do with him. Like he was superfluous to the overall story, as well as the great arcs with Allison and Corey being deflated by the end. I feel like some tweaks in regards to some aspects of this movie could have made it better. But for what it is, I like the overall story, and more so the themes and some of the characters. But the fact that this barely feels like a Halloween movie is a major fault, and you can definitely tell that there were a lot of visions in this movie. So with that, it feels very messy, mainly in the second half because of the reshoots. But for what it is, I still like it because of the reasons I mentioned. Number 4. Halloween 3, Season of the Witch. The underrated cult entry. While yes, there are some rather dumb things in this movie, it still manages to be one of the best Halloween movies we've ever gotten. Pretty much the main criticism of this movie for years was, it doesn't have Michael Myers in it, so it sucks. Ignoring that part, why is it the worst Halloween entry? Yeah, for the most part, people can't really find an answer to that, unless you're Film Master Adam, but that's besides the point. This was a genuinely good, creepy, and slow burn mystery film with a fair bit of gore. I actually like how Dan Chalice is this unlikable douchebag and pretty much only investigates what happened to Harry Grimbridge for pussy. Honestly, kind of weirdly refreshing. Some see that as a flaw, but I kind of like it. While yes, the romance is rushed, I'm not too bothered by it. The main story with Cochran sacrificing children to celebrate the festival of Samhain is so goddamn great. Dan O'Herlihy plays the role magnificently and is easily the best part of the movie. It definitely brings in the idea of the small town with a dark secret, similar to the original Halloween. The gore is great and expertly well done. Wallace's direction is great. It's a creepy and intriguing, yet flawed film that could have been the start of something great. But people in 1982 were too stupid to figure it out. Oh well.
Halloween 3, Season of the Witch, the night no one comes home. Season of the Witch.
Number 3. Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers. Ironically, despite the fact that I do majorly love Halloween 3, and what it could have done for the Halloween franchise, somehow the studio cash grab that brought Michael back managed to be the better movie. Go figure. Everything in this movie is top form. Danielle Harris as Jamie Lloyd is amazing, one of the best performances by a child actor I have ever seen. It is an absolute fucking tragedy that Harris did not become more of a star. Ellie Cornell as Rachel Carruthers is also great, becoming one of the most memorable final girls of the franchise and an underrated final girl in general, even if her love triangle stuff is a bit dumb. Fuck you, Dominique O'Thennan-Gerard, for killing her off unceremoniously in 5, you cunt. Loomis is great to see once again, even though his survival makes little sense, And even though Michael is a bit too broad in this movie for me personally, he was still a great and intimidating Michael. I just wish he didn't look like fucking Fridge Perry. The mask is also pretty stupid, but that's just a small nitpick. The kills are great, the characters are all great and likable, and the twist ending was brilliant, even if Akkad completely and totally botched it because he's a fucking Nimrod. It's not perfect. It does have some stupid love triangle stuff, as I mentioned, and there are some bouts of pacing issues here and there. But for the most part, a very well done entry in the series.
Halloween 4, The Return of Michael Myers.
Maybe nobody knows how to stop him.
Number 2, Halloween 2018. Easily the second best entry in the series. It pretty much got everything right in terms of what needed to be showcased in a Halloween movie. A great and powerful Michael? Yes. Great kills? Yes. The return of Laurie in a great and satisfying way where the movie actually lives up to Curtis's talents? Yes. The supporting cast of likable or at least intriguing characters? Yes. Expanding the lore but not ruining it with stupid bullshit? Yes. Although we would have to wait 4 more years for that one. So, there is a lot going for this movie. It is a well-constructed, intriguing, and well-done feature that includes the best of what Halloween had to offer. Only negatives I have is that the podcaster's plot goes nowhere, and the misplaced comedy was pretty dumb. However, despite this, Halloween 2018 is the Halloween sequel we deserved for all these years. Only for Green to fucking botch it with the sequels. Then finally, number 1, unsurprisingly, is the original Halloween. The defined, bona fide classic that pretty much every Halloween fan has at the top of their list. I stated it in my favorite horror films list and in my retrospective and review, so go watch those if you want to know my further thoughts. But Halloween is one of the best of all time, amazing in every sense of the word. So that's kind of it. I didn't want to go too long on this video as it's not really an analysis video, just kind of for fun. If you want to see more analytical reviews for these movies, they're in the description below. See you next time.